Hi, Sally Walker here, your hormone and slow age expert. So what are bones made of? Is it just this hard, dead, lifeless material? Well, the answer is absolutely not. So I just wanted to look at it. So in principle or fundamentally, your bones are made of a framework of a protein called collagen. Yes, lady, collagen, the stuff which is in your skin. Yes, it's also the stuff which is in your bones. And what you're going to do is you're going to put calcium phosphate as it's called, into this network of collagen and make it strong and hard. That's what it is. That's what bone is. So yes, replacing or making sure you're supporting getting enough calcium is essential. But if you don't have a network of collagen, you have nowhere to put the calcium. So one of the most important areas when we're talking about maintaining or building bone strength is protein, is collagen. So this is why collagen supplementation for ladies, I would say 40 plus, is essential. You want to make sure you're going to get a supplement every day of collagen. And make sure that you're getting enough protein as well, because we can make our own collagen, but let's have a collagen as a supplement. That would be a very good thing to do, okay? So we need collagen, we need absolute calcium, but obviously there are other minerals which are important, things like magnesium, and then we've got things like vitamin K2, and we've got vitamin D3, and we've got vitamin C. Vitamin C is really, really important as well. So all of these things work together, phosphorus obviously as well. So these all work together to be put into your framework, if you like, or help get the calcium into the framework as the vitamin D and the vitamin K do. And vitamin C is important for making collagen. So that's going to help you make the framework, yeah? So, but we want to get the calcium, we want to get the phosphorus, we want to get the magnesium into the collagen. That's what we want to do. That's really important. So, we have sort of two different types of bone. We have the bone which you can see on the outside. It's shiny, it's like ivory, it's beautiful. And this is called compact bone. And it's strong, it's very strong. It doesn't weigh very much, our bones, by the way, but the compact bone is very, very strong. And this is where the one where we're carrying the blood vessels, the nerves will be going through the bone to get into the heart of the bone, so which is called the cancellous bone, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. So you'll see holes in the compact bone, in the ivory shiny part, and this is where the nerves and the blood vessels can pass. Yeah. So in the middle, we have what we call the cancellous bone. And this is soft and it looks like a sponge. Yes, okay. And it's like a meshwork, a network of tiny pieces of bone, and they call them trabecular. So sometimes this is called trabecular bone instead of cancellous bone. But anyway, but this, if it is a long bone, this will be where the bone marrow is found as well. So this is really important because in the bone marrow, we're going to be making stem cells, or that's where our stem cells are. And these stem cells then can become red blood cells, or they can also become platelets, or they can become white blood cells. And the white blood cells are immune cells. And the ones which are made in the bone marrow are called B cells, B for bone. And because we also make some in the thymus gland, which is behind the chest, the breastbone here, and the cells there, the immune cells there, are called T cells, T for thymus, yes. Anyway, so these are the two different types of bone tissue, and as we age, we will lose the production of both of them. It's not just the one and not the other. We will lose the turnover. We will lose the ability to make new bone cells at the same speed that we're getting rid of old bone cells, yes, in both these different types of cells. So we've got names of two different types of cells. We've got something called osteoblasts. So osteoblasts are the little cells which are responsible for making new bone and for helping you repair. So if you break your bone, osteoblasts go crazy, making lots of new bones. So there, where the two bones have to join together, you'll get a bigger callus around, if you like. You get a lot of bone being produced, and it's osteoblasts. So B for build. You can remember it that way. So osteoblasts are the ones which are responsible for building bone. Then we have other types of cells called osteoclasts. So osteoclasts are responsible for the opposite. They're going to break down bone, but they can also do bone remodeling. So if you've broken your bones and you're having, they're joining and you're producing this big callus around, you don't want this permanently. So the osteoclast will eat at it a little bit and make it smooth and make it look like your bone again, kind of thing. So they're important. We also need to break down, get rid of the old bone to make room for the new stuff. But what happens as we age is that we're not so good at building the new bone. So the osteoblasts need to be stimulated in a way. We need to encourage them to continue building new bone. And we can do this in different ways. There can be hormones which can help, and there can be medication that can do some things, but they tend to be more blocking the osteoclasts or poisoning them so you don't break down bone. But we really want to focus on our ability to build new bone. So we want to be looking at treatments which will encourage our osteoblasts. Okay? So 2 different types of bone, the compact and the cancellous. The compact is the lovely ivory, shiny stuff you can see. And then the cancellous is the deep stuff where the marrow is and the stem cells. And then we've got these special bone cells, the osteoblasts, which are building new bone, and the osteoclasts, which are breaking down. It's live. They're working all the time, all through life. But as I said in a previous video, and as I've said in the articles down below, that the peak time for making, so there where your osteoblasts are really working hard, is somewhere between the age of 18 and 25 roughly. So somewhere in your mid-20s, you reach the tipping point where your osteoblasts become slower at doing their job. Yes. Happy hormones, happy life.